You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the December 2nd meeting for the LaPorte County Soil and Water Conservation District Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
We'll call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Don Lodi,
Here.
Mike Tuholsky, Amber Seiler,
Here.
Brian Breiter,
Here.
Andy Minnick.
Here.
Need approval of previous meeting minutes
Make a motion to approve the previous minutes.
and a second.
Second.
Any other thing on the question? Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Need approval of treasury report.
Approval motion.
Second.
Anything on the question on that? Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Consideration of claims. Need approval of claims.
I make a motion we approve the claims as presented.
Second.
Anything on the question there? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll go to activity reports, staff.
I just handed out to you Paul's staff report. He put that together earlier today. And I want to make sure that you guys know what's going on in his absence, so you can read that at your leisure. As far as myself, what was that? A week or two ago, Sandra from ISDA came and we went through the clean water grant with respect to how I have that categorized in QuickBooks. And we realized that some of the stuff I had put in there incorrectly. So I'm currently in the process of revising all of that information so I can finally get my next claim submitted to get some money coming in. Because, in the last 4 months, our claims have totaled $140,000, which is probably at least double what a year would be if it were a lot. So it's really imperative that I get that done and get that submitted so we can get some money coming back in. And that being said, I've also my wife's cousin is an accountant, and because of all of the money going out, I'm working with her just to ensure that our books are square, because it's a little above what I'm used to. So, working with her on that. And I also I'm waiting on a price from them to do like a year-end review. Because I don't have an accounting degree, although I'm considered the accountant. When it's this kind of dollar amount, sometimes it gets a little over my head, so anyway. And then the plat books are in. We've sold maybe a dozen so far. They came in last week. So, and we already had some pre-orders. They are $30 each, cash or check. So if you know anybody, and we did put a Facebook post, they're sending out postcards to the largest landowners in the county, that kind of stuff. So,
Is it cash or check or is
cash
that,
or check, yeah. That's all I'm gonna have for now.
Okay.
Alrighty, so last month we had our first Coffee Creek Conserve workshop and we made dried leaf collages. It came out really nice. Did you send me a picture of yours?
Oh, I can.
Yeah, send me a picture of yours too, because she was there. We only had 5 people attend, but it was the first workshop, so I consider that a win that anyone went. We have our second workshop next Wednesday, the 10th. from 9 to 10:45 a.m. and we will be making grapevine wreaths. And we're going to be talking about planting for wildlife. So I got to make it educational somehow. So yeah. And then a couple weeks ago, I went to STEM night at Lake Hills. That was really fun. A lot of kids. It was great. Classes are going good. I'm starting to schedule some programs for next semester because there's only like 2 weeks left of this semester, then everyone goes on break. Everything is ready to go for Envirothon except for food, just because I'm waiting to hear about some opinions from students on what they would want to eat for Envirothon. And then the registration is open. I've sent out emails to as many teachers as I could, as well as other counties. So we will see whenever anyone decides to register for that. Most things are good to go for 5th grade field days. That's going to be the first week of May. I'm currently making the registration form to send out. I feel like it's still a little early. In the past, it was sent out beginning of January, so my goal is to just do it before the end of the month. And then tomorrow, there is the Trail Creek Watershed meeting. Dawn, did you plan on going to that?
I don't know
You
yet.
don't know? Okay, well, that's all I had.
That's at 10 o'clock, right?
Yep.
I have a question, and I don't know who it's directed to, just in general a little bit, but for 4-H, have been looking for a superintendent for soil and water, and they don't seem to really get anybody to do it. Is that something that soil and water?
Superintendent, do you mean like
Or-
a judge? Or,
I think they call it a superintendent. It's the people that are in charge of the project. I think it's called superintendent. I might have that name wrong. But like, so in 4-H, if there's electrical or whatever, they'll have a superintendent, is what I'm calling it. And that person will be in charge of that project. So they help the kids, they set up a program, they do little projects, then they do a project for the fair, and I think they judge the project also, or they maybe, if it's a big enough project, then there's multiple people. But they just haven't had any really momentum on soil and water.
Oh,
Because-
yeah, I had no clue that was a thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I know I talked to them about
Being a
judging
judge.
projects.
So
But
they,
as far
they would
as,
get like 1 or 2 kids, but then, they just never know, there was never any programs, they never really did anything. There was just, because in those 4-H in the books, there's like there's some project that the state or Purdue decides and it invents, and then those kids can just do that out of the book. But really, in a lot of the good projects, they're meeting several times and doing little projects, like they could, make dirt cups or whatever. I don't know
Yeah,
what it would
right.
be, something soil and watery,
Yeah.
and make a little plant or something, and then they could talk to them or go out for a field day or whatever it is. But I just know that 4-H doesn't they used to have a really big soil and water thing years ago, and then they just never really lost all its momentum. But I thought, well, who better, soil and water? We're right next to them.
Right.
But I don't know if that's an option.
I just made a note to talk to them,
Okay.
because I've not heard the term superintendent either. Just
Well, I mean, they've got hundreds of projects. That's just one of them.
Yeah,
That's just one of them, yeah. So,
Yeah.
kind of.
if you can find them over there.
I mean, I'm for it.
Yeah.
If they want my help,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it'd be a pretty small commitment too. But-
For sure.
We go to partner agencies, NRCS.
What?
Nothing from NRCS, although maybe next month we'll start seeing a report from them since they're back up and running. There's a few here for Purdue. And then the next commission meeting for Kinky River Commission is in Knox next week. Nothing from drainage.
ISDA.
The only thing I have is there is a cover crop discount program. It's going to be launched statewide come January 5th. It's been kind of in the southern Indiana the past 5 or 6 years. They're now releasing it statewide. Well, Mississippi River Basin, I should say. So Lake Michigan's not included it. But, so it's $5 an acre discount on your insurance. So it's through RMA. So if you guys have more information, I can send an email to Chris if he can distribute it. It's
So like
just
a
kind
PDF
of
or
coming out
something?
now.
Yeah, I'll share that on
They're
Facebook.
like, wait
Yeah.
till this week to announce it. It's like, okay. But there's pre-enrollment you can do, starting, I think maybe next week. But officially launches January 5th. And then you will use FSA form 578 to verify. So you kind of have to go through FSA to get it. And this is for fields that have already been planted and cover crop. It can't be in any other cost share program. But if you have fields and not in anything else, you can get $5 off insurance. If you're in the Mississippi River Basin. Yeah, I'll make sure to send Chris that email.
Yeah.
Distribute it.
Thank
That's-
you.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Go to new business, approval of board meeting schedule.
Yeah, in your packet, you'll see the schedule for 2026. There are a couple, since this is an election year, or next year is an election year, I had to move those to May and November back. But the other ones are kind of set for, first Tuesday at 3:30.
Are we still gonna have July meeting? Because didn't we not have a July meeting this year?
That was it
Because of
Fair
fair.
Week?
That was Fair Week. And I'm assuming July 7th is Fair Week.
Yeah, I don't know on that.
Because,
I mean, I can look.
yeah, maybe the week before, but
So are you saying don't have a July meeting?
well, or change it,
Move it up? Well, no, I don't wanna move it up.
move it up would be July
I
1st.
think the fair is the 11th through the 18th,
Oh,
Sounds right.
isn't it?
It sounds right. Please, yeah.
It's a week later than it was this
Oh.
year.
well, this
So
year
the
it
7th
was-
would be for that.
This year it was the 3rd of July, or the 5th of July,
Right.
yeah,
And they moved it back a week, so that'd be the 11th through the 18th.
okay.
So the 7th would be okay.
Okay.
That's the, no, wrong month, wrong year.
So I guess if you guys,
So we need a motion to approve.
I'll put up a motion to approve the board meeting schedule.
And we need a second.
Second it.
Anything on a question on that? Those in favor?
I,
Any opposed? Cost share approvals?
so these, these are part of the Clean Water Indiana grant. As I mentioned in my activity report, Sandra from ISDA would come in for a visit and we've gone through the QuickBooks and the financials. And one of the things that came up was that the cost shares that have already been paid. So when I say that, these total dollars have already been paid out. However, there needs to be in the minutes that the board approved these payments, even though you approved the claim, which is kind of approving the payment. It's gotta be separated out in the board meeting minutes, so I just put these all in here for you guys to kinda, I don't know if you wanna do them separately, you do them all at once, but it's just gotta be in our meeting minutes.
And these are already been paid out though, right?
Yeah, I think the only one, the committas, I think there is another one in the claims. I don't know where that stuff is. But yeah, the others have been, I think some of them go back to last year.
I see where we got in the $77,000 yet to be paid. It's on
What
the
are you
grant
looking at?
report.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that, yeah, that is,
Of that 77,000, how much do we still have to pay out besides, besides?
I'd have to look all that stuff up and get it to you. But yeah, that's what I was saying, there are things that I'm currently revising in QuickBooks, so I can get that claim submitted. Now, that's like a 75-25 match, so, I mean, we're not gonna make money on this,
No, we never knew, we weren't going.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a little behind the curve as far as being reimbursed.
So do you think that when it's all said and done, we're gonna come out at least even?
Well, we will, there's money that we need to put into it as well, but, yeah, I mean, we've been spending a lot of money up front, and we're gonna be getting money back on the backside.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have it forecasted out for next year. I'm just reporting what's been paid out and what's been brought in.
That would probably be a good idea, to get a somewhat forecast.
Yeah, I know Paul has the information as far as what's left to be, what the 25% is and what the 75% is. He actually sent that to me like a week or so ago. So, but I can get that to you.
Good. And we need a motion to approve this now.
What is the total of that grant? Like, what you've done to date, what is the total?
The total, including everything, is like 270, I wanna say.
And that's with the 25 and the 75?
Yeah, 260, it's somewhere in there, somewhere in that area.
Is it a multi-year grant?
3-year.
3 years.
Next year is year 3.
Okay. And you're,
So I mean, well, you came on after that, so you probably wanna see a copy of, well, there's the application and the award and all that stuff.
So you can, over the course of the next few months, you can try to get to a point where it's reconciled with how much we're gonna need to kick in. Can you do that?
Right, yeah, and I mean, I have like the total, like I know, and you haven't seen the grant, but like the equipment portion, that's all done.
Yeah.
Our match actually has exceeded what was in the application, just because we ended up getting more equipment for the interns specifically, lots of stuff that we needed, even just going forward. And then as far as the interns and salaries and all that for them, that's all done as well. The cost share portion, from what I remember in my head, is really the only portion left that we're working on now, which is, this kind of stuff here that's going actually in the ground. And again, I wish Paul was here because he can speak much more eloquently on that side of things than I can.
Okay, we still need a motion to approve these.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve.
I'll second it.
Anything on the question, other than what we beat to death already? Those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Annual plan of work?
The the award recipients, we know who we have as far as River Friendly Farmer. And we've been talking amongst ourselves about at least one other award that we will be handing out at the annual meeting. And if you guys have any one specific that you feel should be recognized, we're still in the process of that. We got about 2 months, so if you have any ideas or input, let us know.
I'm sorry, what exactly are the awards?
So we've done, there's River Friendly Farmer, which is kind of a state one, and that's where we submit by a deadline. And if you look in my office, you'll see we get, ISTA gives us a big sign for them to put up wherever they want to on the property. We've had ones that we kind of came up with ourselves, so we've had Educator of the Year, we've had, Chairman, I'm trying to think of the other names that we've had. But if you even, you could come up with anything. Someone who made an impact with us, whether it's a partner or what have you. We kind of just wing it. Sometimes we
It's
have.
not like the same
No,
every year.
no. You could, sometimes we have, like I know last year, we had Phil and Linda Committa, which they had no idea until they were there at the meeting, which is pretty cool. And then we had Rick Glassman, retired TNR guy. And I don't remember what those were even called specifically, but it's just, we talk about it and come up with names, and so it's pretty loosey-goosey.
Okay.
Anything else under annual plan?
Staff evaluations.
Love to have those.
You do.
I know.
Obviously, they're not gonna get done in November,
No.
and December's kinda full of stuff, so can we move that? Do we have space in January to do that, or do we wanna wait until,
No.
March?
I think we got room in January.
Yeah, and you would have been here, what, 6 months by then,
By when?
January? Well, close enough. But yeah, I'll send you guys the forms again, the evaluation forms.
So, and check with Monique if she's still there.
She sent me one last year
Okay.
when I sent them out. They may have new, I don't know.
Doubtful.
Do we want to set a date?
Well, our meeting is the 6th. So,
Are you wanting to do like an in-person?
I think so.
yeah. So what's the date for, I know what the date for the annual meeting but the annual conference, what are the dates on the annual conference?
They're not having one.
Okay,
The annual conference is one day.
It's like a 2-hour thing, and
okay.
Yeah, one day, kind of. December 19th.
but you said they're gonna do it like every 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, they're gonna meet in person, I think, every other year, and then do these, I guess, maybe one day the following years. we'll see.
I bet you they won't get much participation.
I doubt it, yeah.
Tentatively, like January 15th. It's a Thursday.
Yeah, that'd work for me. How's that sound for everybody else? Yes, no?
January is usually a slow time for me, so that should be doable.
15th, eh?
Sounds realistic, yeah.
So January 15th then.
Ooh, I do have a commitment in the morning that morning.
Yeah, it'd
I'm
be-
open in the afternoon though.
Okay, 1 o'clock-ish.
Okay.
Does that work, Amber?
Yep.
So January 15th, 1 PM for staff evaluation. Anything else under annual plan of work? Our next meeting is January 6th, 3:30.
Obviously, I have the agenda items, claim request was from last month,
Right,
so mid-December.
yep. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So adjourned. Thank you much.